All right, let's talk about Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, the two superstars, if you want to call them that, came together last week in New York and Los Angeles. They went face-to-face at back-to-back press tours. A little bit of gamesmanship, by Tank Davis in the New York's press tour. He showed up 2 hours late, made Ryan Garcia wait around for him to show up there. I was told he was getting a haircut in New York while Ryan Garcia was waiting on the dais for Tank Davis to show up. But you see these two guys come face-to-face for the very first time. Did you learn anything from this press tour as we get ready for April 22nd?
No, not really. We know that Tank Davis is not going to be the one that carries the press conference with talking. A lot's been
talked a lot during that face-to-face. That was pretty cool, both of them.
Well, yeah, but that's different. That's just he's being in his element now. And I was just talking about fighting. But when it comes to talking about the promotion, when it comes to answering questions of the press, this is where fighters like Tank Davis and a lot of great fighters, they're not good at carrying a promotion. That's what promoters are for. That's what everyone else is for. They do the talking inside the ring. Tank Davis has that. Now Ryan Garcia, on the other hand, he carried the promotion like the A side. Handsome kid, said all the right things, and he was witty, man. Witty. Anytime Tank Davis tried to come with some rah-rah and some tough guy stuff, you get a quick counter from Ryan Garcia. Repartee, is that what it's called? Repartee. Sorry, Mr. Frenchman. Repartee, double E. So, yeah, he came back quick with the wit. So I love that. That shows not only is he fast with his hands and the counters, but he's not intimidated by Tank. So all that hardcore stuff of Tank, all the power, the being late, the carrying himself with the big stick, that's not gonna actually do nothing for Ryan Garcia. So the two press conferences, I give them to Ryan Garcia. The things he said, the way he carried himself, the face off, everything. It's 2-0 right now, Ryan Garcia, and you love to see it.
I scored it 1-1 because I thought he lost that first press conference because he was just kind of sitting there twiddling his thumbs for a while. Tank Davis rolls in and Ryan says something to the effect of, "I'm professional. I was on time." I think Tank said "Yeah, you're punctual. That's what you do." I thought it was Tank Davis all the way in that first one. But I do think Ryan countered nicely in that second press conference. Tank kept saying, "All you guys are left hook." Ryan's like, "What else do I need?"
Yeah,
I love that.
I love that.
I don't need anything else against you.
I mean, De La Hoya, all he had was a jab and left hook. He made a Hall of Fame career out of it. Yeah. You never seen De La Hoya knock anyone out with right hands.
Do you think, let me ask you this. You have been in all the fighter meetings that Ryan Garcia has participated in over the last 4 or 5 years. It feels like everybody that prepares to face Ryan Garcia doesn't fully believe in his power. They all think he's fast, he's got some pop, but they don't really believe it. Then they get in the ring with them.
Until they get hit.
It's like, holy shit, that kid throws fast, he hits hard. I don't know about you, but I started to get some of those vibes off Tank Davis. He's fast, he can hit, but it's nothing I haven't seen before. Ryan Garcia is going to be something Tank Davis hasn't seen before. Tank Davis is going to be something Ryan Garcia has not seen before, but I certainly hope for Tank's sake he's not underestimating the speed and power of Ryan, because that speed and that power can knock out anybody at 140 pounds and down.
I don't think Tank Davis, I think he respects the power. I think he respects the ability of Ryan Garcia, because the proof is in the pudding. Look at the way he's knocking out guys. One-punch knockouts. It's very hard, Chris Mannix, to knock out somebody with one punch. One punch. Ryan Garcia is doing it. Tank Davis is doing it. So these guys are knockout artists. Now they have different type of power. That's all it is. That snappy speed power from Ryan Garcia, whether it's just the left hand or not. And with Tank Davis, it can come from any punch, and it's explosive power. It's that raw, natural, explosive power. It's just two different types of style of punching. With Ryan Garcia, he doesn't need to hit you clean to rock you. And with Tank Davis, he can hit you anywhere and hurt you. That's a different type of power. And Garcia is really good at fighting southpaws. Really good at fighting southpaws. He prefers fighting southpaws. Maybe it's because the left hand is closer to them when the southpaw comes in. Whatever it is, he's confident in fighting southpaws. He is not intimidated by the power or the swag or the being what do you call that? Not punctual, being late. Being late to the party like Tank. It didn't faze him, man. I love the way the kid responded.
You make a good point about southpaws. 2 of Ryan Garcia's last 3 opponents have been southpaws, with Luke Campbell and Javier Fortuna. Mm-hmm. Joe Goosen says all the time, Ryan grew up fighting southpaws because his brother is a southpaw, so he does have a lot of experience to that end. I also thought it was interesting and to hear from Ryan Garcia and people around Ryan Garcia about the level of confidence they have in the right hand. We all know and see what he does with the left hand. Back in 2021, he had to take almost a year or more than a year off because he broke his right hand. He comes back against Manuel Tego. He doesn't fully trust it. He trusts it more a few months later against Javier Fortuna, but I think he's going to really trust it in this fight because he's going to have over a year, almost 2 years since he hurt it. So I'm curious to see what that right hand looks like in this fight against Gervonta Davis. One thing we learned about the details of this fight, there is not only a catch weight at 136,
rehydration clause,
but there is a rehydration clause. So Ryan Garcia, at some point on the Saturday of the day of the fight, he cannot come in over 146 pounds. What do you think when you hear something like that?
It goes to show you that Tank is not just he's smart behind his. He's taking a calculated
it's a flex.
risk.
He flexed
A calculated risk, and he knows that he can't just give. He's doing what Floyd Mayweather did. Mayweather did the exact same thing on certain opponents.
I agree. He flexed.
Anytime you have leverage, you use it. Yeah. You're not supposed to be using words like flex, Mannix, because you're not cool enough. But yeah, he's flexing his muscle. He's flexing the A-side muscle. And Garcia is going along with it because he just wants to fight. And you gotta respect that because it goes to show you that he's not all raw power, Tank. He has a team behind him that says, look, we can knock this kid out no matter how much he weighs. But if we have the leverage, let's put it on him, man. Why not? That's business. That's a calculated risk. Anytime you can, as an A-side, put leverage on your opponent, you take it. It's there. You can't just be a tough guy and say, nah, let him have as much weight as you want. I'll still beat him. Yeah, it sounds cool, but it's not smart.
I don't know what you thought about the weight that Ryan's at right now. He posted a picture on social media this week where it showed him at 146 right now. So that's pretty good. To be within 10 pounds of that limit more than a month out, that shows he's in pretty good shape in the moment.
No, great shape. And not only that, but here's another thing about why that weight stipulation is there. If after Tank rehydrates, he gets thicker. He's not going to distribute that weight like Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is going to be, a lot taller than him, a lot longer than him, a lot leaner than him. So he can easily gain 15 pounds, and it's going to look good on him. It's going to work for him. It's not going to diminish his speed. Now, if Tank Davis goes and gains 15 pounds, you're going to see it in his cheeks. You're going to see it in his belly. He'll still be muscular, but it's going to be a little bit more fuller because he's a lot shorter. So it's just smart business by Tank, and you got to take your hat off him because a lot of tough guys that come from areas like Baltimore or anywhere where they're hood. They say, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna beat the shit out of this guy no matter how much he weighs, where he's at, or who he's wearing, or who's in his train. No. We know that Tank. We know he's from the streets, but we also know that he's smart. And he has a hell of a team behind him. I love that stipulation.
Oh, every A side from Floyd to Canelo to now Tank Davis has used leverage when they've had it, right? Whether it's weight, any other stipulation, they've been able to insert stuff into the contract that works. Tank Davis, knowing he's the A side for this fight, was able to do that as well. I just hope, Sergio, that Ryan Garcia has a nutritionist in his camp, whether it's the people from Perfecting Athletes who have done a great job over the years with a lot of the top ranked fighters, but somebody, because he shouldn't go into this thinking and do it on his own, because not only is it going to be difficult to get in a healthy way down to 136, but you've got to be healthy coming back up to 146 the next day. That requires some professional help there. And Ryan's got all the money in the world.
Not necessarily.
I don't know.
Not necessarily.
Wouldn't you, for a fight like this, want to bring in somebody like that?
If it ain't broke,
Why?
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
know.
And not only that, but he's young enough, man. You start bringing too many people that aren't boxing specialists. They have their own expertise in losing weight or nutrition or in cooking meals.
But he's going down to a weight. He's going down to a weight that he hasn't been at since January 2021.
Young enough. His body can
That's going to
handle
be over 2 years since he's been at this weight.
His body can handle it because he's young enough. Anytime you have youth on your side, you can actually you can do that to your body.
What's the harm, though, in bringing in a nutritionist or bringing in
There's no harm.
Perfecting Athletes?
There's no harm, but if it ain't broke, then why are you adding something that's not?
Because it's the biggest fight of your life?
Then why are you gonna fix it? I mean, why are you gonna change it? What
Yeah, but Sergio,
everything that got you there.
Use your career as an
everything
example,
that
right?
got you there, leave it there.
You came up. You had probably just your trainer when you came up. By the time you won a world title, did you add to your team?
Yeah, because I had to drop down in weight. I went from being a
He's
career
dropping
middleweight,
down in weight.
a career middleweight. No, but he was a lightweight already.
But he's
I was a
big kid
career
now.
middleweight, and just for 3 fights actually, I went to 154. My 3 biggest fights in my career were 154, and I needed a nutritionist, and I couldn't have done it without a nutritionist. I didn't know how to lose weight. I wasn't even 154 as an amateur. As an amateur, I fought at 156. So not only did I need the professional guidance, but I needed the confidence that I can do it, and I needed somebody there, someone professional, and it worked out for me.
Yeah, but if you could have afforded a nutritionist back in your early days, you probably would have done it.
Yeah,
Like I was
probably.
watching
No,
the
you're
Caleb
right.
Plant, David
Probably.
Benavidez 24/7 or All Access, whatever it is. And Caleb Plant was at his house with a new nutritional team, people that have been in with him just the last couple of fights. Why? Because he can afford it now.
It
Because
makes
he
a
made
difference.
$10 million against Canelo and another couple of million probably
It makes a
against
difference.
Terrell.
It makes a difference when you can lose weight properly, and fighters have this way of losing weight, but doing it the wrong way, the old school way. I used to lose more when I knew what I was doing, and I got a nutritionist and a strength trainer. I started losing more weight, eating more, and that's the secret, man. Not diminishing your body and dehydrating yourself. You got to drink more water. You got to eat more food, the right food, and at the right time. So it's all strict. It's all regimen. So yes, does it bring something to the table? Absolutely. But in the long run, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. Ryan Garcia hasn't had any problems with weight. Why start now? Just keep doing what you're doing.